So here we are, a fitting end to Marcintosh, at least for me, and a very fun thing happened right in time with that, because I made a dumb post on Blue Sky about how Sony is raising PS5 prices, and how I'm thankful for past me being kind of dumb with money and saving me money in the long run because everything is going up in price. That post took off. It did numbers I was never expecting, nor have I ever seen myself, and yeah, I got like 2,000 likes, and as you could probably guess, a fair few followers came in from that, and that was enough to push me over 1,000 followers, and I made a promise on Blue Sky that I would unbox my sealed copy of macOS 8.0 when I crossed that threshold, and well, since I did, and now we're here. These were found, actually several copies of macOS 8 and 7.5 were found by a friend. They were just being thrown away by, I guess, a business of some sort, and he saw them on the curb and grabbed them and gave them out to people in the community who wanted them, and I got a copy of macOS 8 and a copy of macOS 7.5 that is still sealed and will be unsealed at some point in the near future when I think up another fun threshold to celebrate. So here we are, and with the help of a little sea slug named Rudy, we are gonna unbox this copy of macOS 8.0. It's close to what one of my grail acquisitions, which I would love to get a copy of macOS 8.5 in the box, not necessarily sealed, just in the box, complete with the disc, because that is the macOS that I remember fondly growing up on. So without further ado, let's get into the actual unboxing. Oh no, my eBay value. So now that the quiet bit is over, let's kind of talk about the contents a little bit. I just find this 90s era design just so awesome. These are all going back in the box because this is just... The designs of the AOL and IE 3 point whatever is just awesome. I love it. Apple support card. Does it actually have like a serial on it or something? Yeah, it does. Neat. Bring that to an Apple store. Yeah, they'll probably just roll their eyes at me. Get cash back. $30. I can't remember how much macOS 8.0 retailed for. You could order OS 8.0 on floppies, which probably is a miserable experience. But the thing I want to talk about is we get a fresh copy of Disk Tools, which is quite awesome. I'm just going to keep that sealed because I don't want to use these just yet. But the thing I was worried about is this. So on some older software, Apple used like this plastic kind of CD sleeve that would just degrade over time and stick to the disc and rip them apart basically. Thankfully with this, they used paper, and I'm going to be very gentle here with my blade and just drag across to score that. So hopefully this will just, yeah, it's gonna tear, but what can you do? And I'll just fold that in upon itself. There's a little bit of schmooze on here. Like, I'm not sure if that's disc rot or not, because there's a little bit of markings on here already. Maybe from sitting in there so long. Like there, you can kind of see it right there. I wonder if this will read perfectly fine. I'd have to try it in an actual era-appropriate CD-ROM drive. It seems to have done okay, short of that little bit there. Then we've got the manual. And it looks like the way the pages are almost look like this was in a humid environment. Like this wasn't airtight, and it was in a very humid environment. Like the pages just look like they've gotten a little bit of moisture on them. So maybe that's what happened. Anyway, that is the unboxing of this copy of macOS 8.0. I am going to try it at some point. I just need to get a actual machine that has a era-appropriate CD-ROM drive to see if it still reads perfectly fine. I really hope it does, because that would be really cool. Anyway, till next time, I will see you guys later, and hopefully you enjoyed this.